Tev. You ever felt like you're running a marathon in your mind, but your body is stuck in quicksand? You're exhausted, but you can't rest. You feel down, but your thoughts are racing a mile a minute. If this sounds familiar, you might be dealing with something more than just depression or anxiety alone. Today, we're talking about anxious depression. So, what exactly is it? Anxious depression isn't a separate diagnosis in the official manuals, but it's a specific subtype of major depressive disorder. It's officially called major depressive disorder with anxious distress, MIDS. This means you're experiencing the classic symptoms of depression like low mood, loss of interest, and fatigue, but they're supercharged with the symptoms of anxiety. We're talking about a constant feeling of restlessness, like you can't sit still, a sense of being tense, keyed up, or on edge all the time. You might have difficulty concentrating because you're so worried. And one of the most frightening symptoms is a deep-seated fear that you might lose control or that something awful is about to happen. It's like your mind and body are in a constant state of high alert, even when you feel completely drained of energy. This combination can be incredibly debilitating, making everyday tasks feel like climbing a mountain. Now, you might be thinking, isn't feeling anxious a part of depression anyway? And that's a great question. While many people with depression experience some level of worry, anxious depression takes it to a whole new level. The anxiety isn't just a side note, it's a dominant feature of the experience. Think of it this way. Typical depression often feels like a heavy gray blanket. It slows you down, numbs your feelings, and makes you want to withdraw. Anxious depression, on the other hand, is like being caught in a thunderstorm under that same heavy blanket. You're weighed down, but you're also being battered by the wind and rain of constant worry and fear. This internal conflict is what makes it so different and often more severe. The physical and mental toll is immense. Physically, the constant tension can lead to muscle aches, headaches, stomach problems, and sheer exhaustion. You're burning through your energy reserves just by being in a state of perpetual fight or flight. Mentally, it's a battlefield. You're fighting the hopelessness of depression while also battling the catastrophic thoughts of anxiety. This can make it incredibly difficult to make decisions, focus on work or school, or even enjoy a simple conversation. The risk for self-harm and suicidal thoughts can also be higher in people with anxious depression because the distress is so intense and unrelenting. It's a vicious cycle where the depression drains your motivation to cope, and the anxiety convinces you that you'll never be able to. But here's the most important thing I want you to hear today. It is absolutely possible to break this cycle and find your way back to balance. Overcoming anxious depression is not about just thinking positive or snapping out of it. It requires a multifaceted approach, and the first and most crucial step is seeking professional help. A therapist or psychiatrist can provide an accurate diagnosis and create a treatment plan tailored specifically for you. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is one of the most effective tools. It helps you identify and challenge the negative thought patterns that fuel both the anxiety and the depression. You learn practical skills to reframe your thinking and change your behavioral responses. Tone. Another powerful approach is interpersonal therapy, or IPT, which focuses on improving your relationships and social support systems, as these can be a major source of stress, but also a powerful tool for recovery. And yes, sometimes medication is a necessary part of the puzzle. Antidepressants, particularly those that also have anti-anxiety properties, can be incredibly helpful. They work by rebalancing the chemicals in your brain, which can lift the heavy fog of depression and calm the storm of anxiety enough for you to be able to effectively use the skills you learn in therapy. Think of it as building a bridge. Therapy gives you the blueprint and the tools, and medication can provide the stable foundation you need to start building. There is absolutely no shame in needing that support. It's about using every tool available to you to get well. Beyond professional help, there are powerful lifestyle adjustments you can make that will support your recovery. Our brains and bodies are deeply connected, and creating structure can bring a sense of predictability and control when your mind feels chaotic. Start by establishing a simple routine. Try to wake up and go to bed around the same time each day. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, which can improve both your sleep and your mood. Regular exercise is another game changer. You don't have to run a marathon. Even a 20-minute walk outside can release endorphins, reduce stress hormones, and interrupt the cycle of anxious thoughts. Find something you enjoy, whether it's dancing in your living room, gentle yoga, or hiking. The key is consistent movement. And let's not forget about what you're putting into your body. A healthy diet, rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins can have a significant impact on your mental health. Highly processed foods and sugary drinks can cause energy spikes and crashes, which can worsen anxiety and mood swings. It's not about perfection, but about nourishing your body so it has the resources to support your mind. Now, let's talk about that racing mind. How do you calm the storm inside? This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When your mind is spiraling with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, mindfulness brings you back to the here and now. One of the simplest yet most powerful techniques is deep breathing. When you feel that wave of anxiety rising, stop and take a few slow, deep breaths. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 6. This simple act activates your body's relaxation response and sends a signal to your brain that you are safe. Meditation is another incredible tool. There are tons of guided meditation apps and videos available, many for free, that can walk you through the process. Even just 5 minutes a day can help you learn to observe your thoughts without getting swept away by them. You learn to see them as just thoughts, not facts. This creates a little bit of space between you and your anxiety, and in that space, you can find a sense of peace and control. Tuna, you're not trying to stop your thoughts. You're just learning not to let them be the boss of you. Finally, and this is so important, you do not have to go through this alone. Social support is a critical component of recovery. The nature of anxious depression can make you want to isolate yourself. Depression tells you you're a burden, and anxiety tells you that social situations are threatening. You have to fight against that urge. Reach out to trusted friends and family members. Let them know what you're going through. You might be surprised by how much people want to help, even if it's just by listening or sitting with you when you're having a tough day. And if you feel like you don't have that support system, or you want to connect with people who truly understand, look for support groups. Hearing from others who are on a similar journey can be incredibly validating and empowering. It reminds you that you are not alone in this fight. So, let's bring it all together. Anxious depression is a challenging and painful experience, but it is not a life sentence. Recovery is a journey, not a destination, and it's all about finding the right combination of strategies that work for you. It's about building a toolkit with professional help, lifestyle changes, mindfulness practices, and a strong support system. There will be good days and bad days, but with each step you take, you are reclaiming your life from the grip of anxiety and depression. You are learning to navigate the storm and find the calm that exists within you. If anything we've talked about today resonates with you, please take that first step. Talk to a doctor. Reach out to a therapist. Tell a friend. You deserve to feel well, and help is available. There is so much strength in asking for it. Your journey to feeling better can start right now. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this time for yourself. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on mental health and well-being. Take care, and be kind to yourself.